So I've been really upping my fiber to help me lose 15 pounds after having my second baby, and it has really helped. I feel so much more full, I feel so much more satisfied, which has been a huge factor for why the weight loss has just felt pretty much effortless. But eating more fiber isn't really as intuitive as you would think. There's some foods that you might think are really high in fiber, like leafy greens, that don't actually contain much fiber at all. So today, I wanted to share the 10 high fiber foods that I've been eating every single week that has made my fat loss journey so easy. And they're probably ones that you should start eating too. Let's dive into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. On my channel, I share the science-backed and delicious information to help you achieve your weight loss and wellness dreams without counting calories. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Today's video is also sponsored by Branch Basics, but more on them in a bit. Coffee also has fiber, more than you would think. It's not on my list, but I do have this every day because 2 kids, 2 years old and 3 months old. Parents get me. Okay, the first food that I've been eating every single week is chia seeds or our chia seeds. This little powerhouse has an insane amount of fiber. Just 2 tablespoons has 7 grams of fiber. Just to put that in perspective, typically it's recommended that you have between like 25 to 35 grams of fiber. I'm personally aiming between 30 to 50 grams to feel my best. So 2 tablespoons gets you really far with chia seeds. Plus, chia seeds are an amazing source of omega-3 fatty acids, and they're really easy to use. I'll mix them with Greek yogurt and some milk and make like a chia pudding. Or recently I've been making my chia overnight oats. And of course, I am the smoothie queen, so I do add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to pretty much every single one of my protein smoothies. Plus, a huge bonus, chia seeds are really rich in soluble fibers that help to feed the good gut bacteria, which is really supportive of gut health. But when I'm not having chia seeds, I have number 2, which are edible basil seeds. Now, I don't use these ones all the time because they are more expensive, but if I really feel like I need to significantly up my fiber for the day, then I usually switch out the chia seeds for edible basil seeds because edible basil seeds has 15 grams of fiber for every 2 tablespoons. So it has more than double the amount of fiber that chia seeds has. Plus, it doesn't contain the lectins that can cause some gut distress for some people. I'm not sensitive to it, so it's not an issue. I mostly will just use edible basil seeds whenever I feel like I really need to up my fiber, and I just use it in literally the exact same way. It works exactly the same. Okay, the third high fiber food I have every single week, this is more like every single day, are berries. Now, strawberries aren't particularly high in fiber, but it still does contribute. You get about 3 to 4 grams of fiber for every cup of berries. On the days I'm really looking to increase my fiber, I'm usually using raspberries, which has about 8 grams of fiber for every cup. But my daughter Sage usually gets to all of the raspberries before I can get to them because she is obsessed. If I have fresh berries, then I'm usually adding it on top of like my chia pudding or chia overnight oats, or I'll use frozen options and throw it in a smoothie, or I'll even have it as like a dessert after dinner. I love that berries are sweet, but they're low in sugar and they contribute a good amount of fiber. Now, speaking of kids and becoming a mom, I want to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Branch Basics. Because ever since becoming a mom, I've been really trying to reduce my overall toxic exposure so that I can also reduce the toxic exposure for my kids. Since we're mostly at home and we mostly cook from home, reducing the toxins in our cleaning supplies was the most obvious place that I needed to start. And at first, honestly, it was really overwhelming for me to think of transferring over to the non-toxic alternative. It just seemed very confusing to me. I also thought I was going to have to make all of my cleaning supplies at home, which I was concerned would not be very effective and also just would take too much time. I don't have time for that. So I was super excited when I first found out about Branch Basics late last year because Branch Basics makes reducing the toxins in my everyday life so easy. They're all about tossing the toxins and creating a healthy, safe home. And they also make it really easy to do it with their concentrate. Their concentrate can be used for pretty much any type of cleaning like countertops, makeup brushes, washing produce, playpens, cribs, coffee machine, car seats, literally everything. And we use it for literally everything. All you do is pick one of their bottles, fill it with water to the water line, add the concentrate to the soap line, give it a shake, and you're ready to start cleaning. They also have dishwasher tablets and laundry detergent that we use on a daily basis. I love that Branch Basics makes ditching toxins not only easy but also effective because their cleaning products actually do a great job at cleaning up our continuous messes, toddler life. And Branch Basics is offering my community 15% off their starter kit and laundry detergent when you use code AUTUMN at checkout. So head over to branchbasics.com/autumn and use code AUTUMN at checkout so you don't miss out on the discount. Next up is probably one of my favorite high fiber foods, and it's cacao nibs. If you are not familiar with cacao nibs, they're amazing. They are the raw form of chocolate, so it doesn't contain any sugar, but they actually are surprisingly high in fiber and they're really rich in antioxidants. 2 tablespoons of cacao nibs has 6 grams of fiber, so it's really loaded, and it adds a nice like bitter, chocolatey flavor to meals. I love adding them to smoothies. Pro tip, if you add cacao nibs to smoothies, try and add it at the end after you've already done an initial blend. That way you almost get this like little chocolate chip type of crunch in your smoothie. It's so good. But you can also mix it into chia puddings, the chia overnight oats, or even just top smoothie bowls or smoothies for an added crunch too. Okay, next up is my other recent favorite, and it's black beans. I did a whole video recently on my love for black beans and how it's been really supportive of my fat loss journey. And it's not only because it's packed with fiber, but 1 cup does have 18 grams of fiber, so it is loaded. But black beans are also just so versatile. We live in Southern California. I've grown up with Mexican style meals my entire life, so I love pairing black beans with pretty much everything. But we've been making a lot of tacos, a lot of high protein enchiladas, and I'll pair it with or add the black beans into each of those meals, and it really helps to boost the fiber content of the meal. And it just tastes so good. Oh my gosh, I love black beans. Okay, next up is avocado. 1/2 of an avocado has 5 grams of fiber, which you can see, especially if you're pairing the avocado with your black beans, that combination alone will give you 23 grams of fiber. That's a lot. That's pretty crazy. I love using avocado whole, or I'll make guacamole with it. My husband Trevor loves throwing it in his smoothies because avocado does add a high quality source of fat and fiber, but it also makes a smoothie really nice and thick. Okay, next up we have cauliflower. So I always have a bag of cauliflower rice inside of my freezer because it just makes for a really fast and easy lunch. 2 cups of cauliflower has about 4 grams of fiber, or if you're using cauliflower rice, about 1.5 cups will have 4 grams of fiber. I recently shared my fast high protein meals that I've been making all the time, especially when I have 0 time. And cauliflower rice was used in one of those recipes to make my kimchi cauliflower rice burger bowl. So if you've not seen that video yet, you need to check it out right here. Next up, we have chickpeas. So this obviously is not whole chickpeas. It's like this little chickpea mash that I made to go along with my lunches this week. It was such a nice, easy meal prepped item. I have to look back at specifically what I did, but I think I just took cooked chickpeas, mashed it with some tahini, some garlic, some cumin, oh, and also cilantro and green onions. It's almost like a not cooked falafel mash. It's really good, but I've been pairing this with some tuna as well as some cabbage. Fast, easy, high fiber lunch. I love it. And chickpeas also have about 12 grams of fiber per 1 cup. Okay, next up are carrots, which, oh my gosh, I definitely feel like a toddler mom having carrot sticks, or baby carrots rather. So carrots aren't super high, but they do contribute. So if you're having baby carrots, about 10 baby carrots will give you roughly 3 to 4 grams of fiber. And especially when I'm just looking for a crunch and I don't want to have something like chips, because obviously that's not supportive of my weight loss or wellness goals. Along with my lunch, I'll have some baby carrots and then some of the Primal Kitchen's ranch, which is really tasty. And it really helps to satisfy that crunch while also adding in some fiber and it's low glycemic load. So it's like a win-win-win-win-win-win. Okay, number 10 are lentils. Now I use a variety of different lentils. Generally speaking, 1 cup of lentils will provide about 12 grams of fiber, so another really jam-packed source of fiber. And if you're sticking to 1 cup or less, for most people, it's low glycemic load. And lentils are so filling. Last night, I made these harissa meatballs, and I paired it with lentils as that starch base. Oh my gosh, I need to share that recipe soon because it was mind-blowingly good. But I was literally so full from adding in the lentils with that meal that I literally couldn't even finish my meal. I was just like so satisfied. Which, by the way, if you're looking to increase your fiber, I created a free high fiber food list that I actually use throughout my journey too. It just helps to make it so easy to know which foods you should be adding into your meals, how much you should be adding in, so that you can hit that higher amount of fiber without having to track your calories. So if you want to grab that free download, I'll have it linked down description below for you guys. Now, legumes in general have been a big part of my fat loss journey, but especially black beans. Black beans are the ones that I've been using just all the time, probably every day. So if you want to check out the details for why I've been using black beans every day and how it has supported my fat loss journey so much, you can check out this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.